So what's funny is the most random moment.
That happened.
I'm trying to think about what it is. So you DM me if you got any ideas quick. Hello.
Hello. I miss you guys so. Yeah, of course.
Awkward silence there for a while. Yeah.
It's just the connections.
Yeah, you missed a few there actually.
I would never miss that.
Oh no.
You missed a
I was saying that so we were talking about with Dune that I have a very good IRL presence, but not the biggest Twitter presence. So I was saying that I need to kind of use the fame for my fellow team members as well, who are social media masters.
Yeah, Boone especially.
Anyways, I would.
I remember when I had a bad mic on the very first community call. Good old days. I can't.
Yeah, me too. I hope you guys can hear me well as well. Well, okay, I'll start. So as you guys know, I went to EthCC in Cannes. We had a very, very crazy week. It was 7 days, all day, every day of speaking to different people, speaking to different investors, protocols, all that jazz. And yeah, and I apologize. I'm probably not going to be able to make this whole entire call just because I'm actually homeless at the very moment. But I'll touch on some highlights that were very memorable. So first of all, since we recently integrated with Hyperliquid, we aimed to talk to basically everyone that has a Hyperliquid protocol. We spoke to Hyperbeat, we spoke to Otomato, and we spoke to a few other teams lightly, but those are ones that we got really good meetings with and that were very interested in using Haiku's API in the back end. We have, a competitor that has recently joined Hyperliquid as well. So we're ahead of the game in terms of just targeting the people who want to use our API. And there are also so many random protocols that, they said that we were looking for a product just like yours, which was very exciting. We have Tom on our team. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, one thing that I really, that was excited and happy by was that basically everyone you spoke to, or everyone we spoke to, once they understood what Haiku actually offers and the power of it and what our intent engine can actually do, their eyes lit up. They were excited, trying to figure out integration, synergy and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a learning curve in the best way to communicate to these, learning the best way to communicate it quickly so they actually get it. Because once they do get it, they were all very excited by it, which was interesting.
I can hear you well, yes.
Can you guys confirm if you can hear Callum? Yeah.
I can hear you.
I can hear, but the chat isn't replying. Chat, can you hear Callum? No. Apparently the sound is really bad as well. I don't know if that's just my voice or... Okay, sounds like my voice is eardrum torture to ZK Rowling, so Sash.
I can continue. I don't know if you guys have anything to add.
No, let's continue, yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about like everyone, integration partners being excited by Haiku.
Yeah, we went to I mean, we're basically everyone on this right now. I'm in every single group. So, yeah, I don't know what detail we get into, but integrating all your kids.
Yeah, I think your mic as well is. Yeah, I couldn't hear you properly there. I'm not sure if everyone was good. Yeah. Oh no, apparently Sash sounds fine according to the chat. Yeah, okay, Sash is echoing. Okay, I'll take
able to hear me now?
Speak again. Yeah. I can't hear you, Sash. Yeah, never mind.
Can you hear me?
Nah, it keeps cutting out. Don't worry about it for now.
All right, last try on my end. Can you guys hear me? Let me know, please. Now 2 different robots.
Chat, can you hear Callum now?
Yeah, we 6.
If you speak, Callum.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Yeah, Callum's good.
All right.
Sweet.
Hopefully there's no carry back. There might be carry back as well, so I might need to just mute myself every time. But good to hear. Hello guys. Sorry about that. I can take over for Sash now, I guess. But yeah, do you want to try it again, Sash, or how are you looking on your end?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
We can.
I can hear you better now. I sense it might cut out again.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty stable right now, so we're good.
Sweet.
But yeah, so I was jumping in and out.
Yeah,
if you wanna, I'm not sure if you mentioned any specific names or anything, Sash, but were there any like serious potential leads that you were excited about in particular?
Yes, for Hyperliquid, we have Hyperbeat. They're actually coming out with a Visa card that includes payments. Basically, it acts as a credit card, and they and you repay that credit card debt with the I guess the yield on certain vaults that people zap into. So they would use Haiku on the back end, and if they use Haiku to kind of zap into any vaults, we could probably get those transaction fees they were saying. So we're in deep conversation with them. We're also with another protocol called Automato. It's a French company, and they also have many different vaults that people zap into. So those were 2 meetings that were very, very excited. We also spoke to a few other Hyperliquid meetings in passing that were very helpful. And they were, again, interested in booking calls. A lot of people were just running around. So besides like certain investors, there wasn't that many, I guess, like hands-on meetings except for one day. But the Hyperliquid people were very excited. And there are people on the Hyperliquid team who are excited to introduce us to other protocols as well.
Is it
But
Automato or Automato?
Yes. Oh, tomato. Oh, I mean, I said
Tomato.
tomato, right?
Yeah, I've known them
It's
for a while.
tomato.
I've talked to them before. Because it's like drag and drop your own strategies, I believe. So, yeah, that would actually be a really good integration. And then that credit card one as well. We actually had an idea for this for Mosaic back in the day, where the yield generated or users deposit assets in the wallet or whatever, and then you'll be earning additional yield through like a stablecoin vault or whatever. So in reality, you're actually earning on a credit card or whatever, which is pretty cool, or debit card. But yeah, sorry, I might have interrupted you, DeFi Chad.
No, I mean, they said that they don't want to be confused with a debit card because they would be acting more like a credit card. I just found it interesting. I've never heard this concept of, the vaults paying off the quote unquote credit card, loan. So I think that would be an amazing opportunity. We also spoke to people from Hyperunit, from Liquid Swap, and from Hyperswap as well, in passing at a meeting that I was at. So yeah, I mean, Hyperliquid first, but then we also had other chains and L2s that were asking us to integrate with them. Like we had Aptos as Sui. They were really interested in, integrating as soon as possible. And obviously we have other ones in the works as well.
DeFi Chad, any standout for you?
Yeah, that was no. I mean, Sash covered it pretty well there. Like all the protocols that we wanted to speak to ahead of time, we bumped into, and Sash absolutely smashed it on the networking side. Like one meeting after another, rushing about from event to event and yielding like really strong results. There was. We spoke to tons of different protocols at DeFi Summit Day, which I think was one of the best events of EthCC. Beautiful, villa spot. Arve was there. Everyone in DeFi was there. We touched base with Liquidity and EtherFi, who showed interest in Haiku and some pretty easy integration synergy there. So we could potentially do that real quick. And a few others.
Sorry to interrupt, Chad. We also went to this, Tom and I on the team, we went to this Chateau Supermoon event as well, with really many interesting investors. The venues in this conference were absolutely beautiful. And from there, people are just so open to, obviously in every conference, but especially here, I think people are just feeling really good, very friendly, and always open to learn more. So I really think these next 2 weeks are going to be very pivotal in terms of growth, at least from the looks of it. So yeah, but thank you. Having the whole team there was beyond helpful. I'm sure Tom and I could have gone on our own, but I think for this kind of first showface conference, it was so helpful to have everyone there. We kind of attacked people from all fronts, if you will, joking, but not really. So yeah.
It was so true. And, it's a massive morale boost to have a number of the team there. It was inspiring. It was good for everyone to get feedback from the outside DeFi community about Haiku, whilst refining how we position it face to face to people of different protocol types. So yeah, it was really strong on that front. Another one that we met, Tom, one of our devs, chief dev, was tradingstrategy.ai, and they've been around for a while. They sort of do something similar to us, but different, and they've got a whole library of if we work with them, that could be an instant value add for both. And I won't go too much into it, but that would be quite exciting if we go ahead.
There's a bunch of potentials that are actually really exciting as well. Probably too early to share who, but yeah, we have a list of 80 prospects from EthCC. But yeah, massive FOMO as well for me. Like, it looked like you guys were having so much fun. Then I heard as well, I had all my spies there. No, not spies. They just told me you guys were like killing it. Multiple people as well. So yeah, really good to see.
That Cuban ratting us out. I hope he didn't tell you.
Cuban said some nice things. I wouldn't say ratting. I would say saying some positive things about the team. Yeah.
Exciting. I mean, yeah, it was a great time. It was we all learned from each other, and having Cuban, is obviously so experienced in this space and has spoken to every kind of protocol there is. So having his wisdom there as well, I think it was just a great circle of support. As far as I just want to highlight, because unfortunately I have to be going to my next lodging soon. But we had some amazing feedback from people. People were very interested. No one gave, I guess, constructive criticism off beat just like that. I think people usually shy away from that, obviously, in the beginning. But the potential leads, again, these next 2 weeks are going to be very great. Other projects that had buzz were anything in Hyperliquid. Basically, everyone who mentioned they were part of the Hyperliquid ecosystem, everyone was very bullish on that. We had a very good conversation and ongoing conversations with a company called Biconomy, who deals with massive amounts of volume. Again, I cannot elaborate further until things are said, but we basically only focus on protocols that have that volume, because obviously it's the smartest way to get our name out there as much as possible. And and then Mr. Callum here asked what the funniest moment on the trip was. And for me, I would say the funniest moment was just seeing how effectively I could run on like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. For some reason, the jet lag got to me so bad the first few days. I had been going to bed like at 11 p.m. and I wouldn't be able to fall asleep until 5:30. So that was funny yet challenging. But yeah, that concludes my experience. I'm actually going to decide, because I had to leave earlier, I'm going to send everyone in the Discord a one-pager kind of summarizing everything, and to give you guys some greater insight, because I want you to be involved.
Lovely.
Thanks.
Do you need to bounce now, Sash?
Yeah, like in 1 minute precisely.
1 minute. Precisely.
Someone's coming to pick me up.
Fair enough. DeFi Chad, do you have anything? What was the most? What was the question asked? The most random or funniest experience there?
It's kind of a tough one, actually, but it might be the vibe check party with a bunch of inner circle crypto Twitter OGs. It was it was definitely a vibe, definitely a fun experience. Beautiful villa, beautiful views. Cuban, Dune, Sash, and I, and a bunch of like vibe check people. I'm not sure I'm allowed to speak about it or tell you guys what happened behind those doors, but it was a fun night.
We all stayed in the same house, so yeah, that was very productive. But unfortunately, guys, I have to go. But it was so nice to speak to you all, and I'll send you guys my documents soon.
Safe travels.
Take care, son.
Thank you.
And there's two of us.
Nice.
Otherwise, I mean, is there anything else you want to touch on EthCC before we continue?
I don't think so, no. But just to recap that, it was quite interesting to see a lot of optimism return to the DeFi side. That was, DeFi, stable coins. There was a sort of maturation in the community, sort of accepting the main product market fit of Web3 at this point, embracing DeFi on Hyperliquid and on Ethereum, acknowledging DeFi projects that have stood the test of time, and even a massive focus as well on AI. Lots of people excited about intent solving. So it gave me the very clear impression that Haiku is positioned pretty well, actually, as well with regards to timing. It was very, very positive on that front.
We've always been, with the crossroads of all of these different exciting categories, if you will. So you forgot the pitch competition, mate. We came first.
Yeah. I guess, you gave that. Yeah, that was good job.
Yeah, thanks. So those who haven't seen, it was interesting because the person that was supposed to be hosting, his visa was declined or whatever, so he wasn't allowed in the country. So they ended up doing it online, which is good for me because I had to stay back and look after the project. So did the online pitch. I think there was like 8 other startups. The judges were Layer Zero, Tyce Ventures, and a few other big VCs. I think
amazing.
Yeah. I was actually scoring. I was being a judge myself. I was trying to determine or work out if we were going to win before we won. One interesting thing was we're the only one when they asked questions that we went overboard or overtime. Not because I was taking so long to answer, but because I kept asking more and more questions because they were actually interested. And then, 2 out of the 3 judges voted us as the best out of everybody, which is really good. One, Layer Zero. Trying to think about the feedback. One of the feedback comments was they get a lot of pitches and they're quite overwhelmed and bored, right? As you can imagine. So they liked the fact, they said it was very engaging, and that we took a novel approach to an idea that nobody else has done, while everybody else is just like a fork, essentially, of everything. While us, we built the infrastructure from ground up, and using math essentially to solve intents. So it's a completely different approach. They found it very interesting. And we got follow-up meetings with a few of them. Also got, I just finished another VC meeting like an hour ago. I stayed up till 4 a.m. last night with the VC meeting. I had a couple yesterday. I think, there's 6 so far booked for this week. We'll have a few more once I check my messages, but EthCC, major success. Sorry, DeFi Chad?
I was going to say, that's fine. Like it's back to what I was saying before, that people are responding very strongly to Haiku once they understand the actual infrastructure that we're building and that we're not just an LLM wrapper, covering some other infrastructure. We are the infrastructure that LLM wrappers will begin to start wrapping around, or if not LLM wrappers and other different front ends. I was going to ask as well, actually, because I know that obviously the way we execute, the way our engine works on the back end is proprietary at this point. How was it? Because I guess you can obviously then reveal all the finer details during the pitch and stuff. And they still got it, which is decent.
Yeah, one of the questions I had was how do they verify what we do is what we claim, because they want to have a look at the code essentially. So we've opened up with NDAs some things, but of course we're not going to show everything, because one thing I've learned is we've had many meetings with VCs that say they're interested. In reality, they've already invested in Intent Solver, right? They want to get that information and improve their previous investments. So very skeptical of that for sure, and which is why we don't really show anything. We prefer to show it through actually using the product and proving on-chain what we can do. Because a lot of the feedback I heard from Shritam and others was people believe what we do is impossible, that you can't do basket swaps essentially. So there's nothing, even with pitch decks, right? The best evidence is doing a demo, and that's what I did. So others were doing a pitch deck. I just did a demo of the real product, right? End of the day, that's what people want to see, and that's what they were impressed with. So.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, there were some people I spoke to, other intent solvers actually. I won't name drop, but yeah, the moment I explained Haiku, they were like, "Oh yeah, great, we basically do that actually." And then I explained, well, we do basket zaps. Like you can zap a basket of assets, cross chain into another basket of assets, or cross protocol, cross chain, or whatever. And his face kind of dropped a bit, and it's like, "Oh really? So yeah, send me the details of exactly how you do that. Send me your tech sheet." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe not, mate, not yet." And,
I mean, that's one of the reasons why. Sorry to cut you off there. Why Odos, Bioeconomy, and a few others that are big names, why they're very interested, because it's a very well-known problem that people have been trying to solve for ages. Enoma, a good example, getting a bit of attention now. They're building a blockchain to do what we do. We don't need a blockchain, we don't need to be isolated to one chain. It's all live today across 7 chains and so on and so forth. So I think, we've sort of pivoted as well, the strategy in terms of explaining what we do. Before was more focused on the agent. People aren't really that excited about the agent. You've seen Wayfinder, Hayanon, and others. Even though ours has a lot more functionality, it's more what is actually happening on the back end to facilitate those trades. So any builder, any VC that has experience in this stuff knows the impact of how important this product is. Because, this is a product that institutions want to use. And as we get a lot more coming into Web 2, and there is no solution for us now, there's a very big market share that we can capture.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. I think we also all the demo column. Yeah. Addressing elephant in the room. I don't get it. Okay. So let me just explain what happened there. Okay. So I went on what was supposed to be a private meeting with investors to get into the round. It was never supposed to be on YouTube, posted after the fact. So I didn't know. I was quite upset with them. So I think they kept it up, but they just kept the demo portion in, which is fine. I mean, you guys see that as well. But it was supposed to be a private investor meeting. I've never, have these meetings all the time. So I was quite surprised there.
That's only not standard practice, right? That's quite outside the box to just record a meeting like that and then publicize it.
Yes. But I won't. I won't get into it. I mean, I've talked to them about what is not correct or right. So, but we'll leave it there. We'll move forward. I know we're half an hour through. Might jump into a few updates on your side as well, DeFi Chad. I mean, we can start anywhere. This session can be a bit all over the place. It's fine. The leaderboard. So, I mean, I can touch on that quickly. The leaderboard, that will be live tomorrow. So it was going to be live a little bit earlier with EthCC. Believe it or not, it sort of it was chaos. There was so much happening. I mean, that was a little bit delayed. But it has been live for the alpha testers or beta testers for a week. And now that we're pretty happy, there's a final push that will be done tomorrow, and then it will go straight into production. So the leaderboard, the sigil page where you can claim your own referral link. That has been tested with the beta testers for the last week, and that will be ready to go live to the public from tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's like a pretty bullish thing. So we've got the main interface and visual feedback we wanted to give Haiku Karma users is now live, which means we can start ramping up with more confidence a lot of our marketing and growth plans. And those will just continue to, we'll continue to get more and more noisy about that as future features also get added, like social sharing, tweeting for Karma, and a whole host of other things. So yeah, it's exciting that we can start ramping it up, and people can actually start seeing how much Karma they've earned, and yeah, use the platform, I guess, with more confidence on that front.
Yeah, we've had a few different of those partners that are giving the early access to. They've been requesting it for a while. So from tomorrow, we'll have maybe 4 projects that we'll give access to, probably a few more on Friday, a few more Monday, and really start to blow up everything. So, I mean, we did the initial first few right, and the feedback, what we got from them is they wanted this leaderboard and everything polished first. So we took that on board, done that, and now we're ready to continue on with that one.
Yeah. I think it's probably Honeyjar, Bullers, and a couple others that will, not to reveal them all, but yeah, that will launch with tomorrow. And yeah, exciting.
Yes, for sure. Also, we've done an update. I'm not sure if you guys have seen. Let me share my screen. Okay, so on here, you may see now we've changed Classic into Pro. Completely new design, redone, just because, I mean, we heard your feedback. You wanted it a little bit more intuitive. It is quite hard to design something that includes all of the different primitives. This as well, there still will be another filter essentially where we can do ascending or descending according to APY. So you can see, APY, maybe you don't want these low ones up the top. So all the ones with, 561 would be up the top or whatever. But yeah, now you can see tokens. You can do it according to the chain, pick Arbitrum, maybe you want to pick Hyper EVM. This card, we're just waiting. We tested an API provider previously. It wasn't the best, so we're currently finding another solution. But essentially, yeah, there'll be a few different links at the bottom. You can open up, like if we go, there's no pools on Hyper EVM. I think Balancer is a good example. Yeah, so Balancer, for example, you can click on a link, it will direct you straight to the pool if you want to get more information. Also, you have the smart contract if you want to dive into a little bit more. And then, yeah, the card is going to be improved over time. But yeah, so now you can choose the primitives that you want to do. You can lend, you can borrow, pools, vaults. The gift card, that was essentially put on pause because Shritzum ended up going to EthCC. He wasn't originally, and then he did. So yeah, that's delayed by a week. But now, because of really good potential API partners, we might postpone that a little bit just to focus on things that have more volume. But yeah, talking to Hyperliquid as well to get integrated on their perps, which would be added there. So yeah, feel free, give it a go, give us your feedback. I think it is quite, I'm actually really proud of it. Yeah, there'll be slight changes, like make this a bit more clear and whatever else. But overall, massive upgrade over the last one.
Yeah. And I think as well, Pro is like in such a decent spot now, and it's like a core part of what Haiku offers, with the intent solving engine being our product, right? That's the infrastructure, that's what we do. And so before, Haiku Karma was predominantly focused on rewarding agent users, but it's worth giving you guys the heads up now that, you know, using Pro will also qualify you.
Oh, I was talking when I was muted. Yeah, and then also there's additional functionality here where you can drag and drop your amounts. I know that was a problem. You can just click straight on or whatever, and so on and so forth. So pretty happy with how we went. You can click here, do it by dollar value if you prefer. Yeah, give it a go. Give us your feedback. Lovely. All right,
Amazing.
let's head to back here. Hello, everybody.
Nice.
Chat looks all good. Lovely. Otherwise, anything else from your end? I mean, there's an NFT plan. Did you want to briefly touch on that?
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. So some of you might know, some might not, but there's going to be a temporary sort of campaign-specific Haiku NFT collection through Kingdomly, and we'll be launching our spaces with them, where we'll dive into everything that's about and what that means for holders, and then there'll be a mint about a week from now. And these NFTs will just be like a fun thing. Users who have them will get the highest. Well, there'll be a rarity scale, and if you mint the rarest NFT, you'll get the highest multiplier and bonus karma, lasting for the campaign for as long as you hold the NFT. So that's probably the best way to get a major advantage compared to other sort of partner projects and just from trading yourself. So there'll be much more information released about that this on the 10th, I believe. So yes, this Thursday. So definitely tune into that. We'll post about it pretty soon. We'll be working with the Kingdomly guys who are going to heavily help us push this collection. And it would be just a fun thing to drive a funnel of users into Haiku and to spread awareness in Kingdomly's community and elsewhere.
It is a free mint as well. We're not collecting a cent. But yeah, as DeFi Chad said, it will boost your points on the referral on the leaderboard for karma points. Yeah, I mean, it's a free mint. I would advise if you're playing that game, then it will definitely be worth it, considering it is essentially free besides the mint cost. I think they look amazing too. So Push has been doing them, and honestly, I think they're really good.
Yeah. Push has worked fast, and he's produced a number of different varieties at speed, and it looks pretty amazing so far.
Yeah, shout out to Push. Everybody give Push a big thank you or whatever, and it will be a good PFP. Yeah, I mean, before, what we was doing right was just having like a NFT that was like there's 5 different NFTs, but you couldn't really put it as a PFP. So I'm really glad that we went down this approach, because I would 100% change mine to what these are. I think these are really, really cool.
Yeah. I think we should get some honorary PFPs made just for, names in the Haiku community, like for Push himself and for all the other Haiku OGs who always join these calls, and for the team and so on. That'd be a nice touch. I
think that would be great. I think Push might just be like, oh, you just gave me so much more work. But yeah, leave a comment. And if you guys want your own personalized NFT, maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. It's down to Push.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Awesome.
Lovely. Otherwise, what else do I touch on before Q&A? So partnership wise, yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen. So Berrytown integrated us for Zaps this week. I would say the Berra Hub integration as well was not as good as I would have hoped. I had a look at the volume metrics and it has dropped massively since when I previously looked. So I mean, it's good to prove to people of that we're legit and building up these API partnerships. But I think the EthCC meeting everybody, I think they're sold anyway, so we should be getting a lot of more API partnerships anyway. Bearer Hub are adding us to more functionality on their site. They're redoing the Bearer Hub. And there are other projects as well that are currently integrating us. So yeah, it wasn't as good as I would have hoped. But as the guys have already mentioned, there are a bunch of hyper EVM projects that want to integrate us as well that will probably have a lot more volume amplification for us, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I guess Bearer Chain's at a lull right now in terms of I guess usage. They'll definitely come back, but now is also a good time to expand into different popular chains, and Hyperliquid is a main focus for us. So yeah, we're speaking already to their teams, and we'll be able to partner with them for Haiku Karma as well, and get that in front of their communities. Join spaces with them, and start crossing over into different chain communities.
Yeah, we're talking to the founder as well of Hyperliquid as well. That's been pretty helpful. So yeah, he's helping with introductions and whatever else. Woohoo, Beartown. Yeah, I love Beartown. Beartown guys are amazing. So I think we can probably jump into the Q&A now. You guys can ask any questions in here as well. We don't have Sash with us, so I'll quickly get up the questions. I don't know if you want to rap or anything, DeFi Chad, while I bring them up.
I need to write some rhymes for Haiku, just so that I can actually rap as background music. But I'm not going to risk a freestyle.
Okay, I got it here. So, question 1: how is Haiku planning to reach the audience on other chains? Are you going to join some ANAs? Is it? Oh yeah. AMAs, do you mean? Or spaces to gain some awareness on them. I feel like Bearer is slowly but surely getting there, but we are multi-chain. DeFi Chad, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. I guess we kind of have answered that a bit with the background of what we're doing, focusing on Hyperliquid. Or you could say Haiku Liquid if you want. Hyperliquid is the primary chain that we're focusing on at the moment. Cherry picking, the best protocols on that, the most valuable, the most used, the most responsive. I think the main way to do that at this point would be through the partnership marketing, through the integration process. As part of each integration, we'll have a number of different marketing tactics. Joining them on spaces, doing shared content, cross-pollination marketing, essentially. So I think that'd be a good way to get us in front of those communities and get those communities to use Haiku.
Love.
Yeah, I think we touched on that, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I trying to juggle. We really need a production person on here. I can always dream. Okay, next question. How many devs are working actively on TGE? Right now, devs, like none. There's no need. There's plenty of smart contract templates for tokens. We've already done like drafts of total amounts of tokens that we will review when we get closer, because we just gotta make sure every token is added up correctly, and things might change. But yeah, not really needed for any engineers. But in terms of other people. I mean, like the whole focus, that's why we went to EthCC, right? Was to close this round. Why pretty much the whole team went. Which honestly, they did amazing. They did even better than I would have hoped for, truthfully. So it's not over yet. It's all about having these secondary or third meetings now. It really is like one lead and we're done with all the soft commits. We've already had hard commits from multiple VCs. It's going to be, I think fingers crossed, don't crucify me. But I don't think it would take overly too long now. Next question. What is the estimated percentage of time the team is working on token launch? Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just touched on that. So it's our primary focus right now. Pretty much why I hired Sash as well. So we would have that extra support. Obviously, I'm very busy. So people are dedicated towards that as well. I mean, half the team, like DeFi Chad, a few others. We had Cuban Tobacco there. We had Dunebug. All of them. We had Shritim there. All of them were focused primarily on this raise. Just to get a reality check for the community on the importance of the token to the team, HKU is not needed to run the agent. So seems currently less for priority. Outside the VC funds, what else is needed to organize? Yeah, so before you do a token launch, you need to complete your investment rounds. So it doesn't really make sense to do it now and then do a round because, the valuation would be sporadic potentially. You'll shoot yourself in the foot. So that's why we haven't done TGE. You need to finish the round and then we can do TGE. So always has been, do the raise, complete it, and then try and launch as soon as we possibly can. Because I know you guys have been waiting longer than we would have liked. But yeah, I mean the market for the first half of the year was down only, which affected the raise for sure. And then the next phase was they wanted metrics and API partnerships. Now that we're starting to get that in, the interest has been really good. But the talks now, people are just more impressed about the product that we were able to do something nobody else has done. And having those meetings in person, face to face, has really helped open up VC's eyes.
Yeah.
Another question.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just going to add to that. I guess, patience is a virtue. It is important to get these things done properly, not to rush through them. Only that way do you get the highest quality, result and outcome and reception from the market. So it's a win-win for everybody if it's done right, rather than rushed.
I mean, you got to remember, like we have our own tokens as well. We want it live, but we know that you want to have something worth. You want the token worth something, right? When we go live, we asked you guys a couple of months ago about this on the strategy. If you guys minded, the consensus was, let's make sure that we do it right. And now, I think it's definitely going to be worth it because the VCs that we're talking to, some of them are very, very well known and can help us expand to more areas that we lack exposure to or even reach. So what I mean is there are institutions, that we want to target that are being introduced to us because of these VCs. We are getting VCs introducing us to more VCs now from their own, without us even asking them because they're really bullish on us. So yeah, I don't want to say like it's going to be soon, but I haven't been this confident ever. So hopefully not too much longer. But yeah, I'm reading this other question, how long it would take. I do not know. I don't want to say something, because if I say a month, well, then people are going to be, coming out with pitchforks if it's not done in a month. So all I can say is it is our main priority, and I understand your want to get this as soon as possible. Another question. Quick look at the chat as well. What does the first place in pitching contest bring to Haiku? Good question. So I had that in my notes actually. Yeah. So actually, I didn't include it in my notes. What it includes is fast track into the Draper University in California. And that will allow myself to go over there. It's flights paid, accommodation paid, and it's a 10-week, I guess, training sort of scaling university for startups. It doesn't mean we're in 100%. It just means we're fast-tracked for the applications. So we submitted that last night, and then hopefully we get in. Also comes with an extra $50,000 from them. Comes with a Spaces event with them, which happens this week. They also send it to 200 of their VC network as well, investor network. So yeah, we'll get some eyes on us from that. And then yeah, some additional more educational things. So overall, it's quite good. I do hope we do get accepted into Draper University, because that means there's a lot of eyes on us. It'll be good to, work alongside a bunch of other founders as well. So fingers crossed there.
Very bullish.
Yeah. What are the ideal integration partners you're looking for? It sounds like lots of Vault products and aggregators. Any details here would be great for the community to try and help out where we can. Oh, thank you, Storm. That would be fantastic. So I think DeFi Chad, I'm not sure if it's in the API, in the docs already, but do we have examples of who we're targeting in there? Maybe that can be added.
We do. Yeah, I think we do actually in the introduction page, but in a very high level sense, talking about the different types of users that would use the API, it's even institutional desks or, existing protocols that want better execution, or LLM wrappers. Let me have a quick look on the docs. But yes, I guess any DeFi or any Web3 financial protocol, could probably find synergy with what Haiku offers, whether that's vaults, lending, borrowing, staking, swaps, bridging. Really, Haiku offers basket zaps into any primitive. So whoever wants access to, I guess, a host of different primitive types would find value in Haiku.
So what is, I guess, an easy way to for you guys to get an understanding as well? So the API integration, all we need for these guys to integrate us is they essentially do 2 lines of code, right? They give us their starting portfolio and then the ending portfolio, and then we abstract away integrating with bridges, with DEXs, with lending protocols, with whatever, right? So it saves projects so much time, so much time, plus it's more efficient. So yeah, I don't want to repeat what DeFi Chad mentioned. Some other ones besides DeFi would be like the A2A scene. So we're talking to virtuals already, Automato, and then, similar ones like that. That would massively help on the AI side. Ones that, LLMs or agents that want to do on-chain trades, those would be really good ones to look at as well. But yeah, thank you for that question. Another
Perhaps even like sniper bots as well. I think someone mentioned that in the past. If there was, I don't know how many people still use Telegram, sniper bots or Telegram trading bots in general, but there might even be an angle there for some of those to execute on Haiku.
100%. So even Telegram-based bots that want to trade, even Twitter bots as well, they can integrate into our API. So even wallet providers, right? Those could be good ones as well. There's plenty. There's so much potential with this API for sure. I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to quickly run through the last questions. Where are we? Hopefully I don't miss any. Okay, question 3. 3 points. Questions I want to make. We were told volume is final metric to close funding. Now we found out that round 1 hasn't been completed. Round 1, I mean, I never said it was completed. Round 2 is yet to commence. Also with that, maybe that round 2 will be a strategic round when we're already live. That will be determined with the VCs, pretty much the lead investor, right? If the lead investor is giving us $1 million or 500K or whatever, then we've got to make sure that they're happy with the future round. These guys typically want to get in on the second round as well. So yeah, we'll make sure that whether the strategic round is live or beforehand. But yeah, that's a work in progress. No lead investor yet. So yeah, I mean, last week, I think every week we say, we just need a lead investor and we're done. So yeah, never. Yeah, we just need one lead investor. We're over with the raise, and about 3 months away TGE. So that as well, that's an arbitrary number. I think, one of the reasons why people projects normally don't give this much information with raises, because if you don't hit a target, so then people are upset. It's not as easy as having a few meetings and raising. So it could be before 3 months. Hopefully it's not after. But yeah, I think as soon as the raise is complete, I want this to be launched. Okay, I won't be delaying. Everything will be ready to go live and do TG once the raise is all complete. Okay, there's a lot of questions actually. We've got a minute left. I'm going to power through as quickly as I can. I touched on Mikhail's podcast. It wasn't supposed to be on a video afterwards. Volume, yeah, as I mentioned previously, I was surprised that BeraHub was far, far less than what it was previously. BeraChain has dropped in volume a lot, and it's why we're targeting hyper EVM. Leaderboard, yeah, live tomorrow. It's been live last week. For the beta testers, they always get early access before anybody else. Chain filtering, that is also live right now. Has been live for a little bit. Gift cards, yeah, that was delayed because I sent them to EthCC. And then your priorities with that, there's probably more volume things that we can focus on. So if we can get a partnership with Bioeconomy or Odos or something that goes above gift cards. Okay, last war, that was the goal. Bitcoin the entire year was crashing until May. Decat VC soft commit changed their mind. Where, yeah, I pretty much just touched on all of this already. Next question. Moving forward, be more realistic on timelines. Yeah, tired of soon. Yeah, I'll touch on that already. If I say a timeline and it's wrong, then we get crucified. So yeah, I mean, I've gave estimations previously, but I can't, you know, the best we can do is use the majority of the team to focus on this. And this is what the team is doing this month. I want to wrap this up, you know, in an ideal world, I want to wrap this up in like 30 days. But if that's possible or not for this round, we'll see. But the momentum is hot for that. Question 4. I find it unfortunate that the most up-to-date and detailed information regarding HQ and the TG was revealed on a YouTube podcast before it was shared with the community during a community call. Yeah, as I'm saying, this stuff is not... I mean, this is common knowledge for... There's a bunch of information there that was common knowledge for a lot of the people that come to the community calls. Some information is actually for investors only. That should never have been on YouTube. So yeah, I was very surprised that they released that. But yeah, we try and keep you guys as much information as we can. Try and answer all of the questions, you know, even the ones that are, I don't know, are quite not as positive. More than happy to address them. So yeah, I mean, if there's any more questions as well, feel free to reach out. As soon as we have more information, we'll let you guys know. But as the guy mentioned with those about the lead in the round not being complete and whatever, all of this was common knowledge. There was no, yeah, it should be very, very common knowledge. And then the last question, what are the main features or improvements planned for Adapt this summer? Yeah, so right now we've got a lot of feedback from API users on what they want, and that's important, right? Because if that's what they want, then potentially that's what their users want, which means more volume for us. So that's sort of how we're doing our timelining now, road mapping. It's getting external information and data points from our users or future users, and doing a risk reward and finding out, you know, where's the volume going to be? Are we too late there? You know, maybe we've made those mistakes previously that we want to make sure that we don't in the future. So, you know, targeting projects that are going to get hype soon or beginning to get hype. Sonic as well, that's one that is starting to pick up as well. So yeah, we're just trying to identify from different data metrics what is important to closing this raise, targeting those. But the big one for them was API partnerships, and we're starting to get quite a lot of those, which is really, really good. Other things, Solana, so that is planned. We've already done the scope. It will take a little bit. So another thing, all of these plans like time-based intents, if-then trades, the order, it all depends on what's going to bring the most volume in, what do our API partners want, and yeah, so those are some of the few really exciting ones that I think can elevate us, because, you know, imagine an intent solver that has if-then trades, you know, if price hits here, then buy. So limit orders, stop orders, but not just that, you know, stop orders to buy the top 3 trending meme coins according to APY and stake them to earn the highest yield, all in one intent. You know, things that people think are impossible, that is possible on our stack. So it's going to take a little bit. I think at the end of the year, we're going to have quite a few more of those features. But yeah, very, very happy with the pro version now. Please do use it. Every bit of volume matters. Introducing us, you know, sharing it on X matters, especially with all of these VCs watching us now. And then, as Storm mentioned, you know, even helping out with different partnerships as well is a massive help, and we really appreciate that as well. So if you guys do bring in some good partnerships, more than happy to give you guys extra points as well on the leaderboard. So we'll make sure that, you know, we can reward you guys for being faithful and helping us out. It means a lot.
100%.
So let's look at the chats. It looks to be all good. All right. Well, lovely. Thanks, guys. I know we went a little bit overboard, but appreciate your time. And yeah, as soon as we have more information on the race, we'll let you know. As I mentioned, we need one lead. Once that lead is done, the whole round should be complete from the soft commits that want to jump in. So once that is done, and then we're off to the races. But yeah, thanks for being patient. Hope you all have a good week, and see you guys next time.